It's Real Biz Talk today, and we have some incredible online business partners of mine, my beautiful team. I absolutely love them. And we're going to be talking about our online business. They're going to be interviewing me. So they're putting me on the spot today. I've been having a lot of successes. I hosted one of our workshops explaining all about our biz, getting people started, everything. So I guess they're really proud of me, and they're going to be interviewing me today and asking me how I became so successful. So, yeah, to anybody who hasn't seen our little episodes in our series before, why we do this is because a lot of people come to us asking us questions like, what kind of business is this? Is it legit? What do you have to do? So we kind of give people some insights. And this series, Online Biz Real Talk, is kind of just to get into nitty gritty, real talk, real lifestyle, who we are. We're real people. What are we doing? How can we get people started? What do we do on the back end? Is it, do you have to be tech savvy, which not? So we already have some beautiful people saying hello. Hi, everyone. God bless. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to invite our beautiful business partner. We got a new business partner here, and I'm really excited to bring in. Hi, Devin. Hi.
Hello, everyone.
All right. So we're going to go to each person, and they're going to introduce themselves for us. You can, when you're done talking, you can mute yourself. I can't hear us talking. It's going to get echoed and kind of cut us off. So, but yeah, first of all, you can introduce yourself for us, Devin. That'd be great.
All right. Well, my name is Devin Grant. I live in Stony Plain, Alberta. I am a single father of two and a third that comes and visits. I'm a heavy-duty mechanic by trade. Yeah.
Awesome. Love that. How old is your children? Tell everybody how old your little baby.
My two little ones that live with me are 5 and 6. My youngest is a girl. Her name is Everly. My boy is William. He's 6 as well. My oldest is 13. And yeah, it's busy.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to bug you later. After you're done asking me questions, bug you because I absolutely love this dad's dedication. I give him props. Before we went live, guys, me and Devin was backstage for a while, waiting on these lovely, beautiful princesses getting ready. But we were talking about, his lifestyle and what he does. And so I'm not even going to squeal, but maybe I'll ask him the same questions that we were talking about backstage. And I absolutely give you 10 awards. You're doing an incredible job. I give you props, biscuits, everything. You are an awesome dad. You're doing incredible. God bless you. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself for us, Esther?
Hi, my name is Esther. I live in Canada, Ontario, and I'm a mom of 4 beautiful children. And I'm a homestaying mom for right now because of this business. I have been able to stay at home and take care of my kids while they're growing up. I have one that's 9 years old, 8 and 6 and 1.5. And it's just been a blessing to be at home with the kids.
Awesome. I love your beautiful family. Tell us like a little bit of what kind of work you did in the past before starting this business.
Well, before I started this business, I was always working from packing places, like here where we are at in Leamington, Ontario, is a lot of greenhouses, a lot of packing places is there, right? Cucumbers, tomatoes, bell pepper, a lot of shifting works there. I did even night shifts so I could spend more time with my babies in the daytime, right? But it was never enough, right? I was searching for something more, right? And I'm very happy I found this business, that I came across your ad, and here we are.
Amen, girl. God bless you. And I also give props to you. This woman's a busy woman. I always say she has 5. She has 4 though. I'm like, you have 5 ladies. Like, 4. We come together. We'll have a little army one day when the kids get together and play. Thank you, Esther. God bless you. Okay, now Colette. Would you like to introduce yourself, Colette?
Yes. My name is Colette Camañana. I live in South Carolina in the U.S., but I'm originally from Rwanda. I'm married. I have one boy. He's gonna be two soon. So I did marketing management as my background, but here I am. I'm a business owner today. I'm so happy. Yeah.
Amen, girl. And that's something that she always continues to talk about. Like that was her dream to have her own business, and you're doing it. You're doing really, really incredible. And she does really, really good on her business. And so, yeah, I'm very proud of you. All right. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you. Okay. So, Devin's up first. I guess you can spit out those questions you have for me, Devin. Let's hear the first one.
All right. Well, I guess me being so skeptical of this business myself because of being a father of three, how did you find the time to work on your business?
How did I find the time? Okay. You're cutting out a little bit for some reason. That's weird. Me and you've been talking for a while and you wasn't. But yeah, maybe check your little internet. But how have I had time for this business? This is something that me and Devin was talking about backstage. And yeah, he was like, I feel like, I don't want to neglect my children and to start on this business and everything. This is one of the questions I wanted to ask you. Because obviously he's finding time right now. He's working on his business at night. But where I found time is exactly where you're finding time, Devin. I worked on my business at night when my kids went to bed. That's where my success started. And at night, like I would feel like guilty because I know I'm going to wake up and I'm not going to have a good sleep. And I know I'm not going to have the good energy, enough energy for my kids. I would think that like, oh my goodness, I'm working really, really late on the business. I'm taking a couple of hours extra than I would have took. But I said, no, I'm doing this for them. I'm building their empire. I'm building their empire. I'm building their empire. Every time I worked on my business in the morning and I put the kids for breakfast and I took my laptop and I'm like working on it, I would feel like, okay, maybe I should be sitting them with the breakfast and and I would be sitting there, but I would still be on my laptop and I would feel like a little guilt coming. And then I'm like, no, I'm building my empire. The system wants us to feel guilty. The world wants us to feel guilty of building our empire and just working for them. Don't feel that way. Don't feel guilty. You are with your kids. You're present. If something's going on, you're going to shut that laptop and go to the kids. You can literally tell them like, stop fighting and you can continue. Like, that's what I would literally do. I don't care. I built my empire. I made it work. I have 5 kids. I have like more than two and a half times of how many kids you have, Devin. I have double the amount and I made it work. Even when my twins were small, they were only 2 years old. And I would kind of feel guilty here and there because the house wasn't the most cleanest anymore. I'd literally, instead of my cleaning time, I'd be like, no, forget it. Those dishes could wait. I'm going to work on my business. And instead of making like huge meals like I used to make, like everything had to be perfect and big baked goods and everything was baked and natural. I'm like, whatever, let me give them a pizza. I'm working on my business. I'm building my empire. I did it. I bought them cold cuts. Like I'm vegan. So whatever, I bought them plant-based pizzas, plant-based cold cuts. And I'm like, whatever. Got them like ready-made stuff. I'm like, I'm going to build my empire. Watch what I do. Watch what I do. I had it in my mind. It's that I'm going to make everything happen. I'm going to make them happy. And the kids were having a ball. They were excited because I would buy pizza and all these things. And I'd be like, okay, guys, if you speak quiet while I'm doing my business, I'm going to take you out after. And they would. It kind of made my kids be really, really, really good kids. Like they cleaned up for me. I got them to do chores. I got them to sit down quietly and watch a cartoon. I got them, my daughter, to teach my little ones some pluses and all this. Like, if you do this, I will buy you that top you want. Okay, and do that. So it got my kids to actually work together and realize this is all we got. And now I'm getting all emotional because me and my 5 kids, it's all we got. And I didn't have nobody to support me. You often talk about that, Devin. You're doing it all on your own. This is why me and Devin have this really good connection really quick, because he's a single dad and I'm a single mom. And I don't like to label myself as a single mom, and I don't think you should label yourself as a single dad. We're building our empire and we're teaching our children, and it just so happens we're alone right now. And I know that God brings me together with people for a reason in my business, because he wants me to help them. And there's a lot of single parents I have right now that are in this business, and they're doing absolutely incredible. And I give them props because I know how it is and I know how it feels. And during this time when my kids were like, Mom, when could we go out? Or Mom, you know what? You're working on the business, and I wanted you to I thought we was going to go here that day, and I thought we was going to do that day. I'm like, listen, guys, you don't know what I'm doing right now, but I promise you, I'm building an empire. And now we got to Escalade, we paid cash, a comfy, beautiful truck that they all absolutely love traveling in, listening to music, watching their movies in. We just put $2,300 winter tires on it, the best of the best. I restored their backyard. I made our garage into a gym. I did everything I could do for these kids to make them happy and comforted and consoled. I buy them whatever they want, humble though. They have to work for it. And I put them in these fancy online schools. I equipped us and our little kingdom here in our home. Because of COVID's right now, I ain't taking my kids anywhere, right? That's, public, too many places. I might take them shopping, and if that, I keep the little ones in the cart or something. And we do a lot of nature stuff. We're here in BC. BC people, they love nature. So we do a lot of, we're even going to go on a trail soon. And, I take them to parks, and I love my nature. So these kids are seeing that. And I don't work on my business as much anymore, Devin. I literally work on it maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours a day. Before, I used to, stay up sometimes. One time I stood up literally till like 10 a.m. The kids went to bed, and I worked on my business all night so I could have got onto the platform YouTube, and I set everything up. You know what? I had a little bit of complications because of my laptop and stuff, but really and truly, I got there. And I remember, everybody was like, did you go to sleep? I'm like, nope. They're like, what was you doing? Oh, building an empire. I got on YouTube. Woo! And I got excited. And what everybody knows, I'm famous on YouTube. My ads are going like crazy. I'm making so much money from YouTube. So I built an empire, and I'm very, 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 very grateful. Guys, if you put time into making money from a job, put time into this business, because you're going to build yourself a crazy empire. You're going to be making over 20 G's a month, 30 G's a month, even more. It's crazy. The bonuses, the checks, the freedom, the ability to take your phone with you and go anywhere is amazing. Hi, Princess. How are you? Okay. So you want to ask me anything else? Your internet's a little choppy. But if you have any questions, can you hear me, Devin?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. They're just really choppy back and forth here.
Sorry, go on.
No, I think that's it for now.
Okay, awesome. I'll go to Esther, and if you have more questions, let me know. And maybe try refreshing your internet. You can even try refreshing it and come back. That might work. Okay, Esther, what do you have for me?
There you go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
There you go. No, I see that you have always been very successful. My question many times has been, how does that lady do that thing? Like, you always get back to us so soon, and it has been like a very exciting journey for me. And how do you do it? Always getting to the lives and all the webinars, and with 5 children, like, how's that possible? Like, I feel like sometimes I'm not organized enough to get there. You know what I mean?
Well, honestly, Esther, I don't feel organized at all. I guess by the grace of God, he gives me like everything happening. And, it's like the way I see it is I just do it right then and there. A lot of people are like, I got to wait for the right time. Or maybe my kids have to be, sleeping or good and all good. I'm like, no. I'm going to do it right now. If my kid comes and screams while I'm trying to work on something, or if we're alive, or because you don't got to go live. Anybody who's watching, you don't got to do these lives or anything. But I do go live for my Zooms too. I help my team. But honestly, my kids are in the background. Like right now, look at who's laying down in bed. Like, say hi, Meadows.
Hi.
We're washing the sheets. They're all not on there, but she's hanging out and she brought me food, and she's in my king bed, and that's why I got the king bed, because my kids are always with me. They're always with me. So honestly, like in the morning, what I do is when I get up in the morning, I usually, just hang with the kids, take Meadow to her seminary. We're always all together, and I work out with the kids, like everything I do. And then when I'm done, like working out with the kids, like I'll make sure they have breakfast, or even if I'm showering or if I'm getting ready, I listen to something spiritual, a podcast that's going to help my mind. I'll even re-listen to sometimes the workshops that we do, so that I can make sure that, I'm getting all the information, so I can know how to be a better coach, and know how to be a better mentor. And I just, every day and every second, every minute is a productive minute and second. And even to the point where I'm sitting and enjoying my food and looking at my baby, saying thank you for my success, my health, and my happiness. And I always include them with everything I do. And like some things that they need to be extra quiet, like literally we'll just put a cartoon on for them. So I don't let them watch TV all day. Like I wait for the right moment that they can sit there and watch TV and be comforted and hang out with the big kids. And like before I start a live, or before I'm going on my training or something, if I have something important, like I was getting ready for my for hosting the workshop. So literally I got these kids like a whole bunch of fun treats and whatever. And like I'm like, okay, after the workshop, if these are really, really good, and because today is a big day, I'm like, I got to study. I got to make sure everything's done properly. And throughout the day, whatever, I didn't even work on it all day, but I'm with them. And I kept reminding them, if yous are good, I am going to get you guys plant-based KFC, and I'm going to get you a dessert, and we're going to have a movie night. Make sure yous are good today. So literally, they'll all be good. They'll help reinforce what I need to do. And mom's busy, mom's this, and like, and I reward them. So I always reward them. And even though that it wasn't the best of a choice, because everybody felt like, oh my goodness, it was too greasy from the KFC. But anyhow, like we work together, and we find time together, and I just make it happen. One of the biggest things, Esther, I want to say to everybody who's watching, and to all my business partners, and to you girls, and Devin, who's hopefully going to be back here, take action right away. Don't wait. You're going to forget. You're not going to remember. You're going to say, I'll do it tomorrow. Take action right then and there. Like if you put your baby in the high chair, give them a little snack, do what you need to do. You are not neglecting your children. You're building an incredible empire for them. And then, go back to your baby after you're done on that laptop for 20 minutes. So you are with them at home. Neglecting them is throwing them, like, I don't think it's neglecting, but if you want to look at neglecting on the other side, how, what the system wants us to do and says it's normal, work from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. or whatever the case may be. Some people, yes, they do have 12-hour shifts. Work a 9 to 5. Don't see your kids. Don't pick your kids up from school. Have somebody else pick them up. Have somebody else prepare them a snack and dinner. Then when they do get home, all you're going to do is just hang with them, get them ready for bed, bathe them, and put them to bed and get up and do the next thing. That's not neglecting your child. The system wants us to think it's normal. But the system wants us to think, well, if you work on your business at home, that's neglecting your child. It is not. You're working at home. Working at home is the new norm. Working at home is what enables us and makes us be there for our children. And we also, what I see a lot, since I've been working on my business at home, and I've got my kids also in this cool online school, I noticed their morals got better. I noticed they don't have anxiety like they used to have at school when they were in school. And I noticed like they look healthier. So there's a lot of ups to working at home or even having your kids. I know some people feel like they just want their kids out of their hair and they need their own time. That's fine. But I want my kids home because I felt like they was being built and reinforced and taught the system. Go to school. We're going to prepare you for a job. We're not going to teach you any financial skills. You're not going to learn about how to make sure you're not in debt. And we're not even going to teach you too much about social skills. We're going to get mad at you when you do talk to someone. So it's like, I was like, let me think about what I learned in school. I'm trying to think, what did I learn in school? I learned to get prepared for a job. I learned how to add and subtract, and I learned how to spell. They never taught me how to get rich. They never taught me how to save. They never taught me financial literacy. They never taught me social skills, very good social skills. Yes, behave, be nice to each other, but not proper skills, like to the point where you need that in your marriage. You need that in your family. You need, they didn't teach me about God. They didn't teach me about the law of attraction. They didn't teach me about being positive and being confident in yourself. None of these things were taught in school. They taught the typical curriculum. And I find that since I brought my kids home from the typical learning of, and don't get me wrong, I love all teachers and I love schools, but it didn't, in other words, it's preparing them to just get a job and to work 9 to 5. And it didn't teach us to save, didn't teach us like not to even save, but, not to be in debt and how to juggle your life. Whereas this lifestyle that I'm living is like, okay, I want to teach my kids financial literacy. I want them to listen to inspirational speakers. I want them to prepare. I want them to be that singer that they want to be, that writer, that musician, that YouTuber, that actor, whatever they want to be. I'm going to tell them they could be it. And they don't need to sit there and have a job that's not going to be secure. We don't know what else is going to hit and what else is going to make people fire us all of a sudden. So in the schools actually that they're in right now is teaching them all of these things. So even if your kids are in offline schools and you have the kids in schools and stuff, when they get home, listen to something spiritual, listen to something motivating, listen to an inspirational speaker your kids are going to listen to. Teach them good morals, teach them financial literacy, teach them to even do things on the business with you. My daughter helps me with this business and my son. Like not as much lately, but in the beginning, they used to help me a lot. I'm like, guys, help me with this, help me with that. Like, okay. So it's so easy that a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old could do it. So yeah, that's pretty much how I kind of do all things and get all things done. I don't know if I can explain it any better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Any other questions or anything else?
Right now, I think that's it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Esther. Oh. Okay, Colette, it's your turn.
Yes, I just feel like Esther asked my question and Devin as well. But yeah, I just wanted to know how did you do it when you started so that you can get so successful in just 2 years? Because sometimes it depends with people. I feel like in the business, you might just get in the business, but the speed of being successful, my speed and your speed is not the same. So what did you do exactly to get to that just in 2 years and something? But I feel like you answered somehow, but if you can if you can add some, you can. But I feel like, yeah, what did you do? What was your routine like in the morning? But I think you said it, but if you feel like adding something, yeah, you can add.
First of all, you're doing incredible. And you don't realize how successful you are, Colette. And that's the thing. And that's the thing in the beginning. I didn't realize how successful I was either. So you're doing really, really good. And I think one of the things that I was talking about this with Devin. See, me and Devin, this is what I was saying. And I know these girls are the same thing, but what I was specifically talking earlier about with Devin is me and him don't have another option. I said some people come into this business and they have other income sources and they're okay and they're a little well off. They're looking for this business for like plan B. They're like, they want to get away from their 9 to 5. but they don't really look at this business like, I'm going to do it and I'm going to make it happen. And I'm going to do all that I can to make it happen. This is all that I got. And I said that this is my way out. This is my way out of my debt. This is my way out of that old lifestyle. This is my way. And I did that. I worked on my business and I felt like this is my way out. And I know what the potential is. I know how much money I can make in this business. I know the bonuses. I know what milestones I need to hit. I know what I need to do. I didn't know everything, honestly. I looked through my training, and what messed me up in the beginning, Colette, and I talk about this a lot, / Mammy. I talk about this a lot. What messed me up in the beginning was I wasn't plugged in enough. I should have been watching our masterminds. I should have been really plugged in and seeing. I went through the training in like maybe a week and a half, and I felt like I know everything. All right, I got it. I know everything. Guess what? I was really, really successful and I was doing really good. And then I kept messing with things because I thought, I'm not doing very good. I'm not doing very good. And I kept messing with my ads and messing with things. And those were such good ads and they were making such good, business and buyers and all these things coming in. If I was plugged in more in the beginning, I would have been realizing, hey, I'm doing great and I'm going to continue and I'm going to put more ads out there like that and do more into that and keep going on that path that I was on. So my biggest thing to my success, Mammy, was really going through our training. And I was afraid to ask people, like my mentor, coach, for help. So that's one of my little mistakes there. I should have asked. So for anybody's watching and all my business partners and people who want to start, it's okay to ask me. It's okay to ask your mentor. If you wanted Devin or Esther or Colette as a mentor, it's okay to ask them. If you what does this mean? Or I need help with this. Obviously the training has all the answers, but if you feel a little unsure, ask us and watch the masterminds. Come to my Zooms. We're really going to show you every single thing. And if you can't, because you're busy at work or whatever, we have them on replay. So that's the biggest thing. This business is for everyone. But I guess my whole routine with this business, I just made sure I checked my phone here and there. Like if I had my babies on my lap and it's in the morning and all of them are up now, like literally after I make them breakfast, I'm sitting with them and I have one in my lap. I'm checking my phone, making sure I'm posting on my pages because I advertise on Facebook to people who don't really want to advertise on social medias that, you feel like you have to post and stuff. You can advertise on Google and Pinterest or LinkedIn, and there's free advertisement sites. Like all of these advertisement sites, you really don't have to do much maintenance. Like you don't really have to post and stuff, but I'm on all platforms. So I was doing everything. And that's another thing, 10X. So a really good book for you guys to read, everybody who's watching and our my beautiful team here, is 10X by Grant Cardone, the 10X rules. And if you get it on audio, because I did get it on audio, and what's really, really good about Audible. So Audible is a app that you get and it's free. And now when you subscribe to Audible, they'll give you like a month free and they'll give you 2 tokens. They'll give you 2 books free, which is really awesome. And if you choose that you don't want to continue because you don't use Audible that much, you can cut the subscription before the month's free and they still let you keep those books. So I really, really love Audible. And I got that Grant Cardone book and I got Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rich Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. But the one by Grant Cardone talked about doing everything 10X. And he said, like, there was one, I never forget this. He was like talking about how there was one person that was like seeing his post all the time and they was getting emails. He was sending out emails and he was getting people like automatic emails and stuff or dishing out emails from his business, partners and his little crew helping. And they're like, Grant, we're getting a whole bunch of people messaging us like that stop emailing us. We don't want it. He's like, really? Email them more. He's like, what? They're like, what? What do you mean email them more? Email them more, he said. Post more. Post instead of 3 times a day, post 10 times a day on all platforms. They're like, you're going to annoy people. No, trust me, do it more. He's like, they're watching. They're hearing me. They're seeing me. Now they just got to get used to me. Eventually they'll become my fans. Eventually they'll not want to know what I'm doing. Guess what? The man's such a success. He has billions of dollars of his net worth, his billions. Guess what? I did what he did, and I became so successful. I began to post so much. I began to do so much on my business, push out more ads, do more. Whenever I had the chance, whenever the kids were sleeping, whenever they're playing, whenever they're watching TV, if I had a chance, I'm going to do it. Okay. And during this time that I began to do all this, my kids began to be a little bit more independent. And I'm in the house watching everything, but I learned my kids to cook. I learned my kids to get themselves to eat, to get themselves to drink, to actually know that they need to be in charge, and they have to remind themselves to get to those Zooms and get to those that do their homework and all of these things. And I was there helping them. So if I was off, I'm like, did you get to your Zoom? No. Well, guess what? You're not having video games today. Okay, well, you didn't remind me. I shouldn't have to remind you. You should have an alarm on your clock reminding you, Meadow. So I'm just mentioning video games. Well, I'm just mentioning you, but say Mikey. You don't play video games. She gets her phone. I take her phone away. So long story short, I was there for my kids throughout all the day, but during those times that I was in my room for like an hour working on my business, they knew they have to be independent. So it made my kids to be more independent and not like, oh, mom, like mom. I kind of was like one of those mothers before, like just too overprotective. And my friends and family would say that. And I think it helped me a lot because I was like always like, oh, I have to eat the best. And no, don't go there. Don't do that. No, I'm going to help you. I won't tie your shoe. I'll do this. I'll do that. And now it's like, no, you do it. And you're going to learn to be independent, and you're going to learn to be even more stronger, more powerful, more. So I taught my kids a lot. And when people meet my kids, like all my family and friends, and I'm proud of them, I want to act big with them. This is my joy. If I ever say that I'm not trying to act big or anything, I'm trying to inspire with my kids. I'm proud of them, and I want to boast about them. But everybody always says your kids are like old people. Like Sky's like a 40-year-old woman. Like, why does she know so much? Why is your kid so smart? Or why does your kids do everything? Like, this is so cute. They look at how small they are, and they're doing things, and they're cleaning or sweeping, and they're talking like an adult. I'm like, well, because that's the way I treat them. I treat them, and I want them to know that they're capable and they're smart, and I want them to be up. And so yeah, these kids kind of do the same things I do. Like, they'll help me clean, they'll help me cook, they'll work out with me, they'll help me with my business. Even Violet, like she'll like, can I help? She sucks her 2 fingers and she's moving the mouse around, and she's clicking on things and typing names in my she's helping me fill out contracts. Violet helps me fill out contracts. Like, that's how easy it is. So my kids are with me all the time, and that's how I became so successful, and that's how I became an awesome mom. I write a lot of things down in my book. Okay, say for instance, this book here. This is like my little notes, right? This is one of very many, and I write down on here on my papers like what I want to be and what I want to do, and I say it as if I already received it. So like, I'm grateful that I am an incredible mom, and my children absolutely adore me. I'm grateful that I'm so fit and healthy and strong. I'm grateful that I made over 30K this month, and I'll put even I'll even write like dates, because I'm going to hit those goals, and I keep looking at it, or I'll look at it on my vision board. I got a new vision board. I got to show you guys later, but I'll write down like exactly like when I want to hit those dates. And, and I keep looking at it, and it motivates me to hit that date, that to make that much money that month. Oh, we lost Devin. Let's bring Devin back in. There you are, Devin. Do you want to, you can log in with your phone, Devin, if your phone has better internet. Do you want to log in with your phone?
Well, it said it had the problem with the StreamYard, not my internet.
It's not your internet?
No, it said it wasn't my fault, but it booted me off.
Okay, if it happens again, you can log in with your phone. Phones sometimes will be just as good, even better than laptop. So you just click on that link I sent in Messenger.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to ask me
You
any?
betcha.
Yeah, awesome. You want to ask me anything else, Colette?
No, I think no. You have answered everything I wanted to hear today. Actually, I should be spending more time, overtime on my business because me too, I'm so protective with my baby. I don't want to leave him alone. Instead of leaving him alone, I'll just close the laptop and I'm like, okay, let's play. But today, I just learned something. I can let him play alone and do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah.
100%. Like literally, I will like when my kids were smaller, like I don't do it as much now because they're just so loud sometimes, and sometimes I just need to concentrate. It's always a party here. The kids are as long as they're not fighting, I don't care. Let them have a ball. But sometimes, like when they were smaller, I would just take my laptop and be with them. I'd talk to them, put music on, and just do what I'm doing. I'm lucky to have very good kids. I'm lucky that my kids actually listen. A lot of people are surprised, like, wow, your kids listen well. Like, and they're so polite. I'll get people coming up to me and saying that. I learned a lot, like by putting them in timeouts or like taking stuff from them, telling them, okay, you can't have that. So if you reward your kids, like if you need to do something on your business and you tell them to keep quiet or be good and sit down and hang out, play with your little blocks or draw a picture. And another thing I reward them. Okay, I'll finish with that. I reward them and say, I will give you this. And I try not to make it so many treats. Oh my goodness, me and Esther, I think we're bad for that. We always get our kids treats. But okay, I try not to give them so many unhealthy treats. I'm trying to get more healthier. But I often will make it like, now I'm trying to make it like, I'll buy them an art set or I'll buy them, so I try to always like show them I'm going to give them something and I'm going to reward them, but they have to, in return, they have to show me that they're good. And I stick to my guns now. Like before I was just like, okay, all of you can have the reward, whatever, one was bad. No, I stick to my gun and I make sure if that one was bad, they don't get the reward, or they might have a little piece of the reward or just a little bit, but I want them to understand. And I think that makes them learn. Another little tip for the parents out there that's doing this online business and that wants to start this business: buddies are important. So if you have a lot of kids and you have older kids, what I do is we play the buddies in the household. So for instance, yesterday, Sky was my buddy, which means you see this little table over here. How can I show you that table? There's a table over there, right? It has all kinds of art stuff. So my buddy will come in the room with me. Like if I need to work on my business for like an hour or whatever, they'll come in the room with me and they're my buddy. So they're going to sit at that table and I'm going to check on them. I'll put them pluses. I'll hang with them. And whatever I do during the day, they're my buddy. They stick with me. So, and Mikey and Meadow will have buddies too. So there's enough of us that we all have buddies. So Mikey will have Violet as a buddy, and Meadow will have Geo as a buddy. So they all switch buddies, and everybody doesn't want Geo. He's the real wild twin. Like, no, Geo. I'm like, no, one of you's got to have Geo today. So we all have buddies. That's one thing. And what I've just started, which a lot of people was so like commenting, thank yous all for your sweet comments. I was doing this before and I started doing it. I do it on a not so regular basis. Like I find myself, I'll do it every few weeks or month, that I take one kid. So if you got a few kids and you have somebody to babysit your kids, or you have an older kid that could babysit, I take one kid and I make it their day. So I'll reward them too if they're good too. And like every week or so, or every time I go food shopping, I'll take that one kid and I'll let them pick out their favorite snacks, or let them buy something fun and nice, or whatever the case may be. Even if you're on a low budget, take a kid to a dollar store, let them pick out one thing, they're excited. And that my kids love dollar store stuff more than anything. So it doesn't matter. Reward your kids, and in other words, just discipline your children and make them understand they're going to get a reward if they're good. Like even working out, like when all my kids, they're all acting crazy since the last little while, but working out, all the twins and Violet. So they're supposed to stay on their mat. So I'm telling them, if you're good, I'm going to give you the little sweet crackers. There's these little rice crackers and they're sweet. They have these little like sugar on top or something. So I'm like, and I don't like giving them to because it got sugar. So I'm like, but if you're good, I'll give you one. And the one who's the best will get the one with the 2 crackers. That's first place. Second, third place will get one cracker each. Okay. And, but before I give it to them, they have to drink their chocolate shakes, their protein shakes. So long story short, they're professionals. They're working out. They're doing. So I find that is really amazing that, and that's the way in life, you know, if we work hard for something and we discipline ourselves, we're teaching our kids to discipline themselves at young ages. If we discipline ourselves and we say, no scrolling around on Instagram, because girls, that's what I used to do before. If I needed my alone time, me and Devin was talking about this earlier. If you need your alone time and your kids are like, face it, we go through issues in life. I'm not saying everything's, hunky-dory and perfect, right? We went through marriage and went through problems, and maybe there's a family problem or whatever the case may be. And sometimes I feel like I just need to chill out. Like I need to be by myself or go for a drive or whatever, have a little energy drink, look on my phone, do something. And I'm like, I discipline myself. And I'm like, forget scrolling around on Instagram, forget scrolling around on Facebook, forget the nonsense. I'm going to build my empire. Watch what I do. Whatever I've been through, I'm going to turn it around. Every stone that was thrown at me, I'm going to build it into going crazy. I'm going to build it into a tower, into an empire. You want to come say hi? See, this is the crazy twins I was talking about. There's Gio. Say hi, Gio. Don't be shy. There's Sky. She's the little woman of the house. And this is why I am where I am, because of them, because I wanted to build them the life they deserve. And so, yeah, anything that's thrown at you, anytime you feel like you can't do something because you're going through a problem, a health problem, a family problem, a marital problem, think about that. Anything that's thrown at me, I'm going to collect it and I'm going to build myself an empire with each one of those. I'm going to build myself a tower, a castle. So that's what I did. Anytime I felt like down or out, I'm like, forget that. I'm going to work on my empire. I'm going to show the world what I could do for them. And when you also have in your heart, in your mind, you have a connection to wanting to help people and for the better of man, God makes something special happen, because I'm building that foundation, the Georgia Williams Foundation. You could take a look at it, everybody. It's like incredible. It's going like crazy, helping people worldwide. And because also my foundation of my business, say this online business, I became a coach. I became a CEO. Why? Because I absolutely love this business and I love helping people and I love seeing their lives change. The stories of all of these people on here right now, it makes my heart melt. Like I love seeing their life change. And I know Devin, I know he's going to quit his 9 to 5. I know he's going to be at home with his babies, enjoying his life, enjoying his freedom, enjoying the money. Yeah, amen. Buying great things for his family and, probably doing some service for people, because I know he's good-hearted. So, and that's exactly what these ladies are doing right now too. Esther has seen the wonderful harvest of this business already. And I know Colette is there and she's going to be receiving even more. So, build your empire. Don't feel like you don't have enough time. You do. Get off that Instagram, get off that YouTube, get off that Netflix. At the end of the day, when it's your relaxing time, you just need your me time, work on your business, because you're going to feel so much greater. Like I don't have that hurt and that pain and that feeling like I used to have before starting this business. This business was like my pill, my magic pill. It helped me to build my empire and be confident and see how I could become something great. And I was always something great. God gives you that. But I became a leader in our community, and I became such an inspiration to my children, let alone my business partners. And I want them to follow their dreams. And what if I didn't take this business seriously? What if I didn't work on my business? What if I just left it like that? And nothing, if you don't change, nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes. What if I did that? Where would I have been? Would I have been working at Costco? Would I have been taking that job at a car dealership, being a sales associate, waiting for an up, making cold calls, bugging leads? No, I didn't want to do that. I wouldn't have had time for my children. That's where I would have been if I didn't take this business on, if I didn't work on my business every day, an hour a day, 2 hours a day. If I scrolled around on Instagram, Facebook, I would be making paycheck to paycheck, not making ends meet and not being there for my kids, having somebody else to take care of my kids and pick them up from daycare. No, I'm grateful I took that step. I'm grateful I got out of my comfort zone. I was not a computer whiz. I didn't know anything about the online world. Believe me, I knew about Facebook and Instagram. I didn't know how to work this MacBook. And I only had a 7th grade education. So I was like really out of my comfort zone. I felt like an idiot. I was like, man, I'm so stupid. I don't want to bother my mentor or coach. They're gonna think I'm a dummy. I'm like, oh, I come from a European background. My family never taught me any of this. Oh man, I was embarrassed. I have a slang. I have an American accent. I don't say words properly. It's like I felt embarrassed. And I start realizing I'm gonna be who I am. I am who I am. I'm gonna love myself. God made me perfect. Why do I keep judging myself because of who I am, because of my skin tone, because of my nationality, because of my education? No, I'm gonna go with this. This is my business. This is my life, and God has given me everything I need. So I'm gonna make it happen. So that's all you gotta do. Have confidence. Don't let nothing get you down. Don't let your nationality, your age, your education. If we can do this, a mom of 5 with only a 7th grade education, so can you. I am not any different than you. Okay. Anybody else have any more questions for me? I might bug a few of you. So I might ask you some just simple questions. Don't get nervous. Anybody?
I got a few questions for you, Georgia. So what did you do before you started this business? What was your tipping point that you knew that something had to change and you were like, you know what, I need to do this. Something has to change. Because I know for me, it was, like you said before, living paycheck to paycheck with no support and just basically just surviving.
Good question. Thank you. Thank you, Devin. So I had my own brick and mortar business in Toronto, Ontario. And that was like 8-9 years back. I moved here in 2013 of May. Yeah, it was 2013 May. So that was like 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, I had a brick and mortar business. I would do spiritual counseling. And then I brought it here to Kamloops. I changed some things because I turned Christian and some things wasn't like morally aligned with what I was doing before. I just wanted to do everything right by God, right? So long story short, my business failed and I got married and I spent all my savings. Like, even though the kids' father, he was working, he started working like a few years later at a certain place. Anything he was bringing home, just like I was telling you, Devin, anything he was bringing home was going on his car payment, was going on his commute, his lunches, his whatever, his little habits, whatever he was doing, it was going on him. And he was able to like pay a bill or buy groceries once in a while. And I was telling him, thank God for child tax benefits here in Canada. He's like, that didn't do nothing. Well, I'm like, I had 5 kids. We start laughing. I'm like, well, Canada, they pay you good if you have 5 kids, but it's not why I had 5 children, but it just so happened. Good Lord bless me. But I'm like, the child tax benefits helped with rent, helped with maybe one bill. That's that. So imagine being here 8 years on child tax benefits, kind of helping, your spouse kind of helping just a tiny bit, and us living like separate lifestyles, in other words, and me spending every last dollar that I actually worked for 6 years, built my empire in Toronto, closed it down, shut it down to come here for a better life for me and my kids, spent all my money, racked up all my credit cards, and was down to nothing. And literally I was like, couldn't buy my kids Nike sneakers, couldn't buy them the little Adidas outfits I wanted to buy them, couldn't take them out for dinner, having a hard time when it came to their birthdays. Like, oh, can I spend a couple hundred or not? And it was like, what has happened to me? All right, I knew I gave everything up for you, my Lord. That's what I think. I gave everything up for you. I know he has something better for me. But in my mind was thinking, all right, when the kids get old, this is what a lot of people think. And I don't want you to get this out of your head. When my kids get older, then I can follow my dreams. When my kids get older, then I can take that entrepreneurship. No, do it right now, because when your kids get older, you're going to feel so guilty you weren't going to be there for them anymore. People are like, how did I work for 20 years and waste my whole life? I wasn't there for my kids and I wasn't getting paid hardly nothing. Don't do that. Don't settle. Don't live mediocre. You're not meant for mediocreness. God created you to be somewhere great and you are someone great already. Just believe. So long story short, this business fell into my lap. Now, at this time when the business fell in my lap, I was offered, it's weird, Devin. I was offered all these jobs, and I could have, it's really easy to get a job when you have connections. You know, it's really easy. If you know the right people and, you know, you're okay dressed and you're okay looking, you're going to get a job. I know that. If you try hard enough, you will. So I was getting all these offers, and then I was like, no, if I take this job, I know what's going to happen. I already see it. I already see what all my friends are going through. I already see what the kids' father is going through. I'm like, I'm going to have to pay for childcare. I'm going to have to pay for commute. You know, I'm going to have to be away from my kids. Like, I can't do this. And this business fell in my lap, and I still had the option to take these jobs. I'm like, no, I'm going to run this business, and I'm going to do it, everything I could possibly do. So that was the turning point. It was like, I'm not going to live like this anymore. I'm not going to depend on anybody. I never depended on anybody anyhow. I still always paid my rent, my bills, food on my own. I was always on my own. So I already knew how to do that. I was like, okay, but now I'm going to run a business on my own, home-based business with my laptop and phone. I don't know how to do it. I am not tech savvy, and I feel like a total dummy, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure I do it, and I'm going to do it good. And I don't care what anybody says. My family, my friends, my church friends, everybody made fun of me. They didn't know what I was doing. They thought it was a scam. They thought it was an MLM. They didn't know. Nobody knew what I was doing. So I didn't care anymore. I just was like, I was worried about what my bishop would think. Everybody would think, like, what am I? I want to get my business out there. I don't care. I'm going to tell the world. And I did. And I'm so grateful I did, because look at where I am now. So I beat the system. I beat the system, and I found out what life is really about. And that's what God wants for you. He doesn't want you to be the system. No one can see you. Why? My daughter wants the system. You make a silly face. She make a silly face in the mirror, but no one can see her. I have another mirror over there. Yeah. Does that answer your question? I said it was funny because his internet was totally fine before we went live. Yeah. Can you hear me, Devin? If you can hear me, if you want, you can log back in with your phone, or you could try logging out again. But we won't keep everybody long. We'll stay like another 5 more minutes. I did want to ask Devin a few questions, but we can move on to Esther. Esther. Okay, he's logged out. So I know that, you're so spiritual like me. Like, what made you feel like your intuition that this was the right business, like from God, or what you felt?
Well, I'm always a person, I like to make sure first what I do, right? My husband sometimes says, you're too picky. But I'm always a person, I like to make sure before I do anything I will regret, right? Because we have babies that we have to feed, and we got to make the right decisions, right? And sometimes it's easy to look into something and it's not there. Like, you know that we have had bad experience in the past, right? What my husband was doing. And so at first I was so scared. And when my husband told me that he had seen your ad, I was like, okay, show it to me. And he showed it to me, and at first I was like, wow, that looks too good to be true. Nope. So I didn't even watch it all the way. So I just like, nope, too good to be true. Bye. And at the end of it, I'm just like asking him, where did you actually see that video? Are you interested now? He says. And I'm just like, well, of course I am, but you think that could be true? And I'm a person, I like to pray about things. And if I have a good feeling about it, I know I can go ahead and do it, right? So, and when I actually did it and got on a coaching call with Georgia, I was like, wow, this is exactly what I've been waiting for to come across, right? You know, the good Lord knows our hearts, right? Sometimes it's not easy, but I was the other day listening to motivated speaker. He says, if everything was easy, everybody would be a millionaire, like, you know. And a lot of times now people I see, they don't work for things. They want everything to fall in their lap, but not doing anything, right? God allows it to fall in our lap, but we got to do our part, right? So we cannot just sit here and on the couch and everything will be okay, right? We got to put our effort in that. And what caught my eye too was this, you could see that you were real, like the way you spoke, the way your kids were around, and just the confidence that you had in yourself. That's what made me start it.
Wow, I love that. Thank you so much. What made, like, just me feeling the same way, that's why I asked you this, because what made me start was exactly what you're talking about, because I felt it was right. And if you feel it's right, if you feel it's right from God, or it's just you're getting a feeling, go with that feeling. And if you feel something, look at it. Because Esther continued to talk about, me and her had a long conversation about this, about what she went into in the past, and it was a scam. And she told me a lot of times she had a bad feeling. And she kept asking, why do they keep wanting more money? Like, she was telling her husband, like, she had a bad feeling. She don't know why they kept doing it, but she had a bad feeling. So obviously, if something doesn't seem right, it's not right. And you can ask the questions. Like, if you're not getting the answer, then it's not right. Like, people all the time, they ask us questions. It's very transparent. Ask us whatever you want. We're going to explain it to you. Thank you, Esther. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Devin, are you ready?
I am on my phone. We're good to go, I think, now.
That's so much better.
I know, right?
I told you to get on that phone. You got to listen to your coach, man.
I know, right? Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Okay. So what I wanted to ask you was, like, your skepticism about it, or like, I liked it, what you were saying, and I told you I was going to bug you about this, like what we're talking about backstage, like you felt like you wouldn't have the time, like, what was your thoughts before starting the business in your mind?
Well, my biggest skepticisms was obviously financially, because I don't have the support, and I work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. My kids go to daycare. And with all the COVID rules, they get a runny nose or a cough or something so simple that kids are all the time. I got like 4 different daycares on the go, so kids are always going here, there. So it was obviously financially, and didn't want to feel like I was neglecting the kids, especially what they've already been through in their lives, in their short lives already. And yeah, so I didn't want to feel like I was neglecting the kids. I didn't know if I could find the time. I didn't want to burn myself out, you know, because when I do come home from work already, it's work, pick the kids up, home, supper, clean, dishes, laundry, whatever. And it's literally bath and bed. And I don't get to spend much quality time. So I was like, wow, how am I going to have the quality time to do that, spend time with them and have this business? But in the back of my mind, I needed this change. And so I really, in the last 2 weeks of just discussing with you and you know, getting this going and making the move, I feel really dedicated, and my life has changed already, and I haven't even done anything. You know, I honestly haven't done anything. I went out and bought a book, The Magic. I've never read a book in my life ever, and I am so withdrawn in this book. It is absolutely amazing, and it has drawn me in, and I am so dedicated to succeeding here and watching you and everybody else and the warm welcomes you get. It's quite the fantastic family and community, and I can't wait to start this journey.
Awesome. I'm really proud of you that you got the magic, because that changed my life. I forgot to mention that. And the magic, it's not like a voodoo or whatever book. Like everybody's like, well, is it against God? No, it talks about the law of attraction, and she references so many scriptures from the Bible, how Jesus says, when you believe, you shall receive. Mark chapter 11, verse 24. Jesus said, when you go and you pray, believe that you already received what it is that you asked for, and it shall be yours. And I told Devin, and there's somebody else, a few other people that's starting, and they lost their husbands, and there's just so many people that's attracting to me. It seems like that a lot of things that I went through, they went through, and it's like we can help each other. And I would tell them, you don't know what you're getting into, believe it or not. It's not just all about money, this business. We're such an incredible, positive community that talks about believing you shall receive. And he did start his business page already. He has been going through his training. So these are all big ups already. And he's like, as we're talking throughout the day, because we have our group chat that we talk to on Messenger, and also we talk business stuff kind of strictly in Flock. That's our business chat, and it's safe there if we need to send links and stuff. But Messenger, like, we congratulate and everything. And he talks about like, oh, yeah, I'm just going through my training, and I'm eating the training up. And so every minute, every little time that he gets, whether the kids are eating, like yesterday we had the Zoom, and I was like really giving him props, because on the Zoom, he could have just said, we're having dinner, we're not watching the Zoom. But he actually put the Zoom on, and he was eating dinner with the kids and watched everything we had to say and soaked up all the goodness, how to advertise on Pinterest. And Pinterest is like, it's hardly nothing to even advertise on. It's practically a free advertisement site. So to me, I know great things are in store for him, and everybody who is on that live, like you can ask questions while we're live. And if you can't make it, you can literally watch the replay. So thank you for that. God bless you. You're doing incredible. Don't even think that you haven't done anything. You had your business page up, and next step is the tech team's going to build your website, and they're going to attach it to the sales funnel. And your business is going to be running for you while you're at work, while you're cooking dinner, while you're bathing the kids. And sooner or later, you'll be like, I'm going to cut back my hours on my work. I'm making enough money. And then sooner or later, you're going to be like, I'm out. Peace out. That's what you're going to be saying, because that's what I did for so many business partners. They're like, I ain't going back. Why? Why should I spend my time there when I could be spending it on my business and make even more money? Because if you put more time into the business, you're going to make more money. Put a couple more hours, get on all platforms, watch, you're going to make more money. So that's what a lot of people have done, and I've helped a lot of people, and it's surreal to me. To me, it feels like, wait a minute, did I really help these people? Georgia Williams, like, I did it. I got them to stop their 9-to-5s. They're making so much money. And there's some business partners of mine that they don't want to leave their 9-to-5. They love the kids there. They just brought back their hours. They're part-time. And you can do that. Actually, careers are supposed to be like that. You're supposed to love your career, not have to go there and have to deal with that boss and have to deal with those people that are treating you terrible. It should be a great environment. Okay, a wonderful. And I always say, like, don't let environments affect you, and learn how to learn about resilience, because that's what we're here for. We're here to learn and grow. But I do know at the end of the day, when you surround yourself with those 5 incredible people, you are going to become great. Never be the smartest person in the room. Be in a room with smarter, more richer people than you, because you're only going to grow and learn. And then when you're richer and smarter than all those, go to another group and get in richer and smarter. But keep those people with you. But keep rolling and going and going. I'm surrounded literally by millionaires in our community that have made millions because of this business. And guess what? I look at them and they're my besties. And I'm like, okay, if these people made this much money and they're normal like me, I can do the same. Like when you're hitting $20,000 and $30,000 months, you know, you can hit those months and make 160,000, 200,000. If they could do it, so can I. I used to look at people like, how are they making so much money? How are they making 20, 30,000 a month? I don't think I can do that. I'm not as smart. I'm not their nationality. I didn't have that any education. Maybe they're smarter than me. Now I'm hitting those months and I'm like, now I see how they did it. They just kept working on their business. Keep working on your business. That's all. Don't give up. Work on it every other night or every night, and throw away Netflix and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, because those are time wasters. But literally, to anybody else, like, listen, everybody's on their day and night. Like, as entrepreneurs, we're going to use that social media sites because everybody's on their day and night. And we're going to take advantage of the online world. And we're going to get to people and show them, look at our products. Look at what we got for you. Okay? We are incredible. We have medical grade products that have 6 gold seals. We have also, on our side, they convert into high revenue. So with that being said, the online world is where to be, where everybody is on day and night. But for all my business partners who are watching this, don't spend too much time on social media, because I know that's where you've probably seen our ad. Don't spend too much time, because guess what? Build your empire. Build your empire, and it's fun. You can even build your empire on social media and be fun and create things. You can do things. It is all fun. So yeah, is there any other questions anybody has? Or maybe I'll ask Mammy a question. Okay, Mammy. You kept saying you wanted to own your own business. You wanted to own your own business. What is your thought that you became an online business owner and not a brick and mortar business owner? Like, not something that's office space. Like, what is your thoughts on that? That would have been different, because I know you was brought up in Rwanda and different parts of Africa, and your father had his business. So what do you see that's different? Tell us the little differences between offline and online.
Yeah, thanks for that question, because it's like I did both. Because I started with, when I was working in the bank, I was doing advertisement for the bank to branding the bank. So it was a bit hard for me, because meeting people live, it's not the same. Like, now I'm just with you, my partners, and I'm talking to the camera. If you feel like you want to join the business, you join the business. But imagine myself going to office after office, just asking for this, explaining to you the whole day, and maybe at the end of the day, you're not interested. So I spend the 24, like maybe 6 hours a day trying to get clients, or maybe trying to get people to join the bank and the business. And at the end of the day, you don't know what kind of people you are going to meet. Some people are rude, some people are welcoming in your office. So I used to feel kind of ways. Like, I'll enter in the office and someone maybe he's a bit rude or she's a bit rude, and it's gonna spoil my whole day. But with this online business, I feel I'm a little bit free, because if you are joining this business, that means you have a big why you are joining this business. That means it's in you. So you are coming this business and you are going to do well. So I don't have to force people to come to the business. That's why I love this business. And I think I'm a little bit shy, yes, on the camera, but it's getting there. I'm a bit free now. But it's okay. It's okay, as long as I get to what I want to get to. So yeah. But the offline for me did not work well. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you have someone has an opinion on your work. Like, someone who wants, okay, Colette did not do ABC. I want her to start from ABC, but she started maybe from CBA. But it's the same result, but because your boss has an opinion on you, it's gonna stop you somehow. But in this business, you are your own boss. You decide whenever you want to work. You decide whenever I want to put my time to the business, and I'm gonna get this income. So I feel so free in this business. I don't know, because maybe I grew up like that, seeing my dad, my family working for themselves and be there for us, be there. My brother is, whenever he can be there for his kids and wife. He's not stuck at work. Maybe if the kid is sick, he's not stuck at work to come back home quickly and take him to the hospital or be there for him. So I love that. I love not being free. I love not someone stopping me to do what I want to do at the time I want to do the thing. Yeah. I don't know if it's to be so much independent or wanting to be so much like, I don't know, but I love that. Yeah, I can say that.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So in other words, you can have your business running for you and you don't have to reach out to people and say, buy my product, buy this, buy that. Or a lot of little, like there's a lot of people that just message me privately and say, here's something, join this, join this. I'm like, first of all, I'm doing something where you don't have to do this. Why don't you take a look at my business model and you'll see that you don't have to you don't have to bug people. You don't have to reach out to people. You don't have to waste your time. You could be doing something greater than this instead of how many people are you reaching out to online? Because there's a lot of little businesses out there and they say, no ad budget. You don't need to advertise. And then all of a sudden they're taught, because it's free advertisement, you're taught to reach out and bug people. That's like really getting out of your comfort zone, which I'm a people person, but I don't want to do that. Oh, start my business, reach out to them, or buy my product. You know, I'll give you a free package if you post me on your page and all these things. So I like that we don't have to do that. And there is very high commissions in this business. And I see, like even Devin was saying, I liked it coming to the Zoom last night because I liked seeing how everybody, like, you know, kind of was family, and we don't have to get together as you know, coworkers and meet at a certain place, and it's just all online. You know, so even our teachings is online. Where we're going to teach you, take an hour out of your day, and if, like I said, if you can't be there at that time, you can watch a replay. But take an hour or an hour and a half out of your day, and we get together, and we're a family. And he said, I like his, you are like family and normal, the way you are talking, the way you are helping each other, the way you're helping everyone. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's better because we don't have to, you know, round up our 10 kids and we have to go somewhere. You know, we think we're independent and we're working for ourselves, but throw something out there like Amway. You know, don't get me wrong, I've heard Amway has great products, but so many of my business partners went and did something with Amway, and they was like, there was too many meetups and there was too many this, and you have to reach out to people and you have to make a quota, you have to do that, and you have to keep buying the products. And they was like, I didn't like that. I didn't like, you know, that MLM way. And with this business, there's no, you don't you meet up for fun, you know, if you want to. And during COVID, exactly, like we're doing everything is online. You have your Zooms online, you advertise online, you take your phone with you anywhere. And if you need to check something real quick, like I literally just open up my phone and I check my app. I check my Facebook ads. I check to see how my leads are going, make sure everything's going all good. I check my email, see how many leads I got. Like it's almost 4 p.m. PST, and I already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10 leads, and that's not even showing. Like that's not even the day's not gone. Mind you, I'm advertised in different parts of the world, so guaranteed it's going to hit on a little spot because I'm advertised in Australia, I'm advertised in different parts of US, different parts of Canada. So it's going to hit a certain time where the leads just start gushing in, and the kids all day, Mom, you got a lead, Mom, you got a lead, because they know the ding on my phone. So it's really, really a, you know, a non-maintenance business when you get it to where you want to be. Because I had a coaching call earlier with this beautiful girl. She's from Arkansas. I loved her accent. It was so beautiful. I was telling her I miss the States. I miss the accents because I'm from New Jersey, and there's a lot of Southern people in New Jersey, and I got a little bit of it still, but that's where I kind of grew up a little bit in New Jersey. I was there for a little while in New York. So I was telling her, like, once you get your business going, you get it going. It runs for you. Okay. And this is something that she wants. Like, she got 4 kids and she's been through a lot. Like, she was telling her story, and I was telling her, like, literally you can just run it from your phone wherever you want. And you don't have to, sit there all day, but there is a point where you can just sit back and you're making so much money. You got so much success going. You got so many buyers, and they're going to be lifetime buyers because the products are incredible. You could sit back and you could just let your ads do it. But I told her, I don't sit back. I want to grow even more. So the more you work on the business, the more you're going to grow. And if you want to update things and get on new platforms and become more successful, you just keep going. But we've been on here for a really long time. I could go on and on. So, guys, we do have our workshop. Obviously, this is the whole reason why we're here. We're here to tell you about the business, but what more could you receive than the workshop? Because the workshop is going to show you the slides to our business plan and what we're going to set you up with, what our tech team is going to set you up with, your website, your sales funnel, what exactly you're going to be doing, and how you can get started, how me as your coach and these beautiful people as your mentors will get started. See, that's a lead coming in. So did any of you ladies or gentlemen have anything else to say before we let everyone go? No? Grant? Sorry, Devin? Now I'm calling you by your last name. Now I'm going to call you Grant every so often. When we're being professional, I'll call him Grant. Okay, so what I would like to say is if anybody wants more information, just go to our websites in our bio. And if you don't see our websites in our bio, just message us and we'll send you the free workshop. We'll send you the workshop explaining all the details. And we'll also send you a link. So if you want, send us your email. We'll send you a link. And when we add your email into our system, which is very, very secure, literally there's thousands spent on the back end by our tech team and everything. So to keep this secure, okay, we don't pay for this, but our community pays for that, literally to keep it going. That secures your email. So it's very secure. It's not rented or sold or given to anybody. But this email, when you give it to us, we add it in our system, and then our system creates you a special link to join us live, the workshop live, or you can literally watch my replay ASAP. As soon as you add your name and your email, you're going to be taken to my replay of my workshop that I hosted, and you're going to be seeing what this business is all about. So mine is georgiawilliams.ca. You can add that into your browser if you like, or you can click the link in my bio. Mammy's is coletteandgad.com. Esther is anthonyandesther.net. And Grant, he's in the midst of having his link created. So message us if you have any questions. We'll get you started, and we'll show you exactly what this business plan is, what the products are on the back end, what you're going to be doing, how you're going to be making these huge commissions. So God bless everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you for the questions. And sorry, did you want to go on, Esther?
Thank you very much for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. You're so amazing. We are so lucky to have you.
Oh, love you, girl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Georgia. You've been such an inspiration.
Oh, thank you. All of you. I'm inspired by all of you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are leaders. Even though that I'm the coach, you guys are leaders. You are already leading your business, leading your family, and building an empire in Jesus' name. I want to say hello to everybody that has commented. Hi, beautiful from UK. Hamia, God bless you all. Thank you. Say good morning. Watching from Melbourne. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Australia. I got a lot of business partners from Australia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, she's already on Sunday. It's Saturday here in Canada. Real talk indeed. Thank you, beautiful. Michelle, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Ask questions. She was talking about ask questions if you have any questions. Lovely business partners. I got a lot of business partners. Oh, I love Judy. Hey, girl. Long time no see. Where you been? Thank you. So are you, Michelle. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless. Hit up our bios. Go to our workshop. See what this business is all about. Message us. We'll send it to you. For everyone, thank you, guys. Thank you so much.